Damn, it's been a while since I've filmed here, but it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be something a little different. I've actually never done this type of video before, but I saw some other people do it. I saw Ava do it, I saw Emma do it as well, and usually I wouldn't have made this type of video, but when I was actually sitting down and thinking about my collection goals for next year, I actually realized I had a lot more goals than I originally thought I did, so here we are. Yes, today I will be going over my collection goals for the next year, 2021, because like I said, I do have a lot of photocard collection goals that I want to achieve next year. And when I say a lot, I mean like a lot. Like, I don't even know if I can finish like even half of these goals. I think I'm just setting myself up for failure, but you know what? We're gonna do our best, you know? So yeah, I do have a lot of goals for next year because if you guys didn't know, I don't know, I'm like really weird with photocard collecting, and I don't really trade or like collect one member for a lot of groups that I collect. I pretty much just keep what I pull and then just move on with my life. I don't know. I wasn't like that deep into photocard collecting, only for like certain members, like my ults and stuff. But then I realized, you know, I feel like having a completed collection for, you know, my bias or just for like one member is a lot more satisfying than just a bunch of random photo cards. So that's why I decided to, you know, actually collect certain members for my groups that I collect. So yeah, you'll see a lot of those in my collection goals. I have them all right here on my iPad. Whoa. Makes the lighting really weird. But yes, I have quite a lot of goals, as you can see, so I will go through them and hopefully you enjoy this video. It's just gonna be me talking about my goals. Hopefully you guys, you know, actually enjoy this video and it's not just a snooze fest. So yeah, here we go. Okay, first of all, on my collection goals, I have, of course, my 17 collection. So if you guys didn't know, I recently started like really getting into collecting 17 photo cards. I posted like a bunch of videos, like hauls and, you know, preparing my 17 collection, and then, you know, storing all my photo cards and stuff, because I decided to collect 4 members instead of just 1. So I used to only collect Vernon because he was my one of my old biases, and then I decided to collect 17 more because I started to get into 17 more. So I started to collect Myungho or the 8, DK, and also Mingyu. So yeah, those are the 4 members that I started collecting, and I've gotten pretty far with those collections, not gonna lie, with their newer albums especially. I actually got kind of lucky though, because, you know, if you guys didn't know, a majority of the photo cards did come from like partnerships with Bai, so shout out to Bai. Hopefully we can work again in the future. Yeah, I actually do have an upcoming partnership with Bai again. It's also gonna be a giveaway, so look forward to that next year. But yeah, well, first of all, for the goals, obviously I want to finish their collections first. I pretty much did finish my Vernon collection. I just need like 2 cards, and someone actually did reach out to me, and they said that they like found the photo cards and that they want to like go through a process to help me. So we're working through that right now, so hopefully I will eventually get those 2 cards. But I do want to finish my Korean photo card collection for those remaining 3 members. It is a little difficult though, because again, it is for their older albums, and those photo cards are like a lot harder to get because they're like more expensive and stuff. I guess like 17 albums are like becoming out of print and shit, like it's harder to get. For example, with Teenage, it is so hard to get their Teenage photo cards because literally on Mercari Japan, it's like 10 to 15 bucks a piece, and I really don't want to be spending that money on just one photo card, you know, especially for 17 photo cards. 17 photo cards are usually not this hard to collect, so yeah, I'm a bit struggling, so it's a very slow progress. There's that. I also want to complete my Vernon Japan photo card sets. Japanese photo cards aren't too difficult to collect. Like, I've seen them for like a pretty good price, so that's why I kind of want to finish my Vernon one. Not for the other 3 members though, because that'll be way too much. And I may want to start collecting 2 more members. So yeah, if you guys didn't see my Secret Santa video, I did say this, but I do want to start collecting 2 more members, so that'll bring it to a total of 6 members of 17, which is just insanity, honestly, because like, damn, like I haven't even finished another member, never mind collecting 2 more. So yeah, the 2 members that I do want to start collecting though are Wonu and Chunghan. So yeah, I honestly think that this might be a mistake though, because I was trying to do some like research and like seeing how much their photo cards go for, for, and it is not easy, let me tell you guys. I guess Wonu and Chongan are also harder members to collect as well, because literally the photo cards go for like so expensive, or it's really hard to find like a good set, which is like my favorite thing to find on Mercari Japan, so might be a struggle. I did start like a little bit of it. I bought some more Wanu cards, and then I also have their semicolon cards because those weren't hard to get at all. So yeah, I wrote down Korean photo cards, but not completely collected, but like some of the albums, you know. So I guess I'll focus more on their newer albums before I go to their older albums, unless I find like a really good deal. So yeah, okay, that was way too long for just one group. Yeah, those are my 17 goals. Moving on, of course, we have my Chaeyoung collection for Twice. If you guys didn't know, I did start to collect one member of Twice. For the longest time, I didn't really have like a bias in Twice, so I just pretty much kept what I pulled. But this year, I decided to collect Chaeyoung cards because I really wanted to collect one member. So yeah, I chose Chaeyoung because she's, I guess, technically my bias. So yeah, I actually am doing pretty well with my Chaeyoung collection. I've bought like literally like only 5 cards or something, and the rest of them I did trade. So I am doing pretty well with my Chaeyoung collection trading wise. Again, it's mainly for their newer albums. Their older albums, like, I'm not really finding that many trades for, so maybe I'll have to buy them. But yeah, I do want to finish my Chaeyoung Korean photo card collection. Next up is this one. I don't even know like what the future beholds, but the next group is NCT. And of course, you guys know my ult is Mark, and literally, oh my god, I'm struggling so much, especially for resonance, since you know you get 1 out of 23 cards. Mark's cards are really hard to find in general, so the fact that like resonance came out and it's really like 3 times as hard. So I literally only have 1 resonance card, and yeah, like I am struggling. So yeah, I really hope I'm able to get his resonance cards soon, and also his Kino cards as well, because I'm still missing those for, you know, obvious reasons. So yeah, and to make things worse on myself, I decided that I want to get more Chaehyun Korean cards. Yeah, literally like 2 of like the most freaking popular and high demand members. Of course I have to bias them, so yeah. I'm not gonna like completely like focus on collecting Chaehyun. Like, I know at this point it's like really like literally impossible unless I'm like, you know, like Kardashian rich or something. But I do want to start collecting like some of his photo cards if I see some up for like trade that I can trade for, or like buy for a really good price, and I want to add it to my collection, since I really like his photo cards and he's like one of my top biases in NCT as well. So yeah, it's just gonna be like a really slow process overall. I'm not gonna like completely focus on collecting Chaehyun because we all know that's not gonna happen anytime soon, especially if I can't even finish my Mark collection. Like, hello. So that's it for NCT. Next, we are moving on to Stray Kids. For Stray Kids, I'm just gonna continue to finish Hyunjin. Like, I already have all his like Korean cards already, so thank God. Hyunjin is also another member that's like really hard to collect in general in K-pop, but luckily I do have all his Korean cards and almost all of his like, you know, other cards like Japanese and Taiwanese cards. I didn't even like buy the all-in albums yet. Like, Japanese albums are not a priority of mine right now. They're just too expensive, and I feel like I don't really need them right now, especially since I don't even have a job. So I just wrote continue to finish Hyunjin because obviously he's my bias. And I also wrote down that I wanted to start working on Jisung cards. Now, I actually do have quite a couple of Jisung's newer cards. Like, I recently bought his In Life set on Mercari Japan, and I also have a majority of his Go Live set, and I have a couple of his like older cards as well. But Jisung is like my second bias, I guess. So I have like a small desire to get his cards because they are so stinking cute. So I really do want to start on my Jisung collection as well. Jisung is another member that's pretty hard to get as well. So hopefully, I just hate that I always choose like the most difficult members to collect in groups. Like, I don't know why. Like, I'm not even doing that just so, you know, just because, like, obviously these people are my biases, so that's why I'm collecting their cards, but of course it has to be like the most difficult members. Anyways, next up we are gonna move on to Treasure. Now, Treasure is a group that I started to stan like when they first debuted, which is why I started collecting their albums. Their last 2 comebacks weren't exactly my favorite, so that's why I haven't really been prioritizing like Treasure collecting and stuff. I did collect 3 members, which are Mashiho, Haruto, and Hyunsuk. but I think since they're not really like a priority group of mine, I do want to like downsize that. Instead of collecting 3 members, I think I want to downsize it to 1 or 2 members, which are Mashiho and Hyunsuk. Especially Hyunsuk because I feel like Hyunsuk is like my top bias and treasure, so I definitely want to focus on his cards. His cards are pretty hard to collect though. Like I only have 1 selfie card, and that's because Carolyn was nice enough to help me with my collection, so thanks Carolyn. Yeah, I think for that purpose or like that reason, I do want to downsize and just focus on Hyunsuk first and then maybe Mashiho, since I do have a lot of his cards and his cards aren't that hard to collect either. So yeah, and he's like one of my biases as well. So, and yeah, I also wrote down not top priorities. So this is more of a slow collection. So yeah, mainly focusing on like trading. I'm not really gonna buy their cards unless I see it for like a really good deal or something. So yeah, so that is that. Now I wrote down right here biases in general. Again, like I said, I don't really like trade for like my bias for certain groups because I don't know, I'm just a fucking weirdo. But next year I do want to change that, so I definitely am going to focus on collecting like 1 member who's my bias and like, you know, have a complete collection because that's just more satisfying and more fun. First on the list I have IZ*ONE, so my bias is Eunbi, so I do want to collect Eunbi's cards. I definitely want to, you know, start trading for her cards because I literally have 0 Eunbi cards. Now that I'm thinking about it, like literally I have pulled 0 Eunbi cards, which is just so sad considering she's my bias. So yeah, I definitely want to start trading for her cards. I don't know how difficult it is. I don't know like what members are like hard to collect in IZ*ONE and stuff, but I do want to focus on Eunbi cards. So yeah, just her Korean cards though. I know they have like a bunch of Japanese releases, but yeah. And I'm also going to be kind of selective for these because I know they have like a bunch of like unit cards and like, I don't know, like Kino cards and stuff like that. I'm just going to focus on like mainly selfie cards, I guess, because those are the cards that I would want the most. That, and then next up I have another girl group for itzy. I have Ryujin down because Ryujin is my bias. So luckily itzy doesn't have that many photo cards out, so I feel like it won't be too difficult. Also, itzy cards aren't that hard to collect in general, so I feel like I can like trade for some, and then maybe if I like can't find any trades, I can just like sell my cards and then buy them. Yeah, I feel like it won't be too big of an issue, hopefully. So yeah, I actually did finish her Not Shy collection. I just ended up, no, I think I just pulled all her cards. So yeah, I'm set for Not Shy. I just need to work on Icy and Wannabe. Ryujin is another member I wanted to collect, and also continuing on with the girl groups, I also have Blackpink down. Now, I also said this before, but it was really hard for me to choose a bias in Blackpink, mainly because they just have 4 members, and I just love all the members so much, so it was really hard to choose a bias. But I think I want to focus on collecting Jennie's photo cards. I think Jennie is like my top bias out of like the 4, even though I love them all, don't worry. But yeah, so again, I haven't really been focusing on like Jennie, or just Blackpink cards in general. So I think I want to start trading for Jennie cards. You know, luckily Blackpink doesn't have that many albums out, so they don't have too many cards like album wise. Again, I'm just focusing on album photo cards for all of these, not like, you know, like fan good photo cards or stuff like that. I'm just gonna focus on their Korean album photo cards. So yeah, I'm also not gonna focus on her solo photo cards because she doesn't have any like solo like selfie photo cards. I think they're just like Polaroids and stuff, which I don't really like care about. So yeah, I'm just gonna focus on her Korean album photo cards. And then the last girl group that I want to collect photo cards for is Red Velvet. Now, you guys may be wondering, oh my gosh, like, aren't you a little too late for that? Red Velvet is like really hard to get because like all their albums are like out of print and stuff. But yes, I was aware of that, obviously. But I feel like I do have quite a few of their albums already, so I maybe can trade for photo cards. I don't know, I'll have to see. But the member that I do want to collect though is Yeti because, again, oh my god, this is like me with like all girl groups basically, but it's really hard for me to choose a bias. I just really like all of them. So yeah, it was hard for me to choose a bias. My bias kept changing. Like first it was like Surgi, and then it was like Joy, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know who my bias is. But I feel like recently Yeti has been like my bias recently, especially with her YouTube channel for Yeti Hanbang. So that's why I decided to collect Yeti. Also, Yeti's cards aren't that difficult to collect either. I was looking on Mercari Japan the other day, and her photo cards were actually going up for pretty cheap. Even her Summer Magic limited cards were not that bad, like with her album and stuff. So I feel like Yeti wasn't like the worst pick, honestly. Okay, that sounded really bad, but you know what I mean, like in terms of like pricing and stuff, because there's some like Red Velvet photo cards that are like $20+ and I am not down to spend that much money on a photo card. So yeah, that's why I wanted to start collecting Yetis photo cards. I mainly want to focus on our Korean photo cards, but honestly, they only have 2 Japanese releases and they only have 2 photo cards for those. And I also saw on Mercari Japan that they weren't that expensive either, so I think I might just get her Japanese photo cards too. So yeah, but mainly just album photo cards. So yeah, and then last but not least, in biases in general, I have ateez's Mingi, since Mingi is my bias from ateez. If you guys saw like my trading account and stuff, you guys already know that I have been working on my Mingi collection. I actually have been trading a lot of his like older cards and stuff. Luckily, I do have like a bunch of them already, so that's good. I actually did buy more photo cards from Mercari Japan recently, so those are gonna come soon, like sometime next year or something, I don't even know. But yeah, as you can tell, I am doing a lot of photo card shopping, which is not good for my wallet. But yeah, I'm like almost done with this collection, but like not quite. So yeah, hopefully I finish that next year. But yeah, and then I have this like mini other category. I put down finished Red Velvet Korean albums because like I said earlier, Red Velvet's albums are like out of print for some reason. Like they're not printing like any of them except for like Monster, I guess. So it was really hard for me to like finish their Korean albums. Like last year, no, not last year. It was, oh my God, that was this year. Damn, okay. But I have been like slowly completing my Red Velvet album collection throughout like the summer, I think. But then again, like their albums were like out of print or something, so I couldn't really finish it. I think I'm just missing like 2 or 3 albums basically, but I was again looking on Mercari Japan, like are we surprised here? And their albums weren't going for that expensive, so I think I might just buy them from Mercari Japan. Yeah, Mercari Japan is like literally saving us collectors, honestly, so yeah, thank God for that. But the last goal that I have on here isn't even like a photo card goal, but I just put down 30K subscribers, question mark. So yeah, honestly, I don't even think I can reach it. This isn't even something like in my control, honestly. Obviously, you know, it's not like I can control that number, but you know what, maybe like I'll, you know, do something with my YouTube videos, like pump out a bunch of content or something. I don't even know, but hopefully we can reach 30K. I mean, I'm not even at 20K, so that might just be, you know, I might be ahead of myself for that one, but maybe. So yeah, okay, yeah, that was stupid. I shouldn't have said that. But anyways, that was all my collection goals for next year. So yeah, as you guys can tell, I do have a lot of goals for myself. I'm a little worried that I'm not even gonna finish half of these because again, I don't even have a job right now since I'm in college. I did have a job, but then I had to quit because, you know, I was going to college, and I was not successful in finding a job near my college either. So yeah, I'm currently a little broke skis right now. The only source of income I have right now is basically YouTube. So I guess YouTube is like my part-time job, but like, of course it's not like a consistent like stream of income, you know? So yeah, I don't even know if I can like accomplish these goals, but hopefully I can do a lot of trades. Like I said, most of these goals are like because I wasn't like trading photo cards earlier and I wasn't really collecting my biases. So most of the things I can hopefully trade for because I really don't want to be spending a lot of money on photo cards if I can just trade them. So yeah, if you guys collect any of these groups and you guys want to hit me up for trades and stuff, you guys can check out my trade sale Instagram. Right now I'm on a break because of winter break, but next year I definitely will be posting a lot more like trades and stuff. So yeah, follow me if you want to, you know, keep up with my trading life. So yeah, anyways, that was the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was literally just me talking, so sorry if this wasn't like the most entertaining thing in the world, but I just wanted to share with you guys my collection goals because, you know, I am a collection YouTuber. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below for more videos like this, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. I guess I'll say Happy New Year now since it is the last week of 2020. Oh my God, we are finally done with this year. But yeah, hope you guys are having a happy and safe holidays and see you guys next year. Bye, Happy New Year.